Hey guys, I'm Pierre from Can Am Spyder Welcome to my shop. In today's video, we're going to do the presentation and installation of a new product that we have. It's a rear shelf for the F3 series Can Am Spyder. Where does it go? It goes on the passenger backrest from BRP. So why the shelf system? Well, it's simple. If you own a Can Am Spyder, especially an F3, storage is an issue. You can't fit a full-size helmet. You can fit a small helmet in the front trunk, but you definitely can't fit a full-size helmet in there, let alone the lunchbox or even a backpack. So if you don't have the budget to spring for the saddlebags or even have, a trailer hitch and a trailer, then you're up the creek. You don't have many solutions, especially if you're too up on the bike, meaning that the back seat is already taking the space of a passenger, so there's no chance for you to put something there like the backpack. So I've seen on the road a lot of the F3s have the BRP backrest, and this is where this beautiful shelf will go. It fits perfectly. What we've gone ahead and done is that if you notice here in the back, the little sleeves that were needed to put it level, we've already had these welded on to this aluminum shelf. So when we got everything powder coated, which is a black Centec, these got the treatment at the same time. So everything is the same color. We also went ahead and we took all the sharp edges off the shelf, so there are no cutting places anywhere. We also went ahead and started put all these holes on the sides and on the back as well. You also have them right here along the outer edges. For what? So you can tie down your stuff with bungee cords. For the holes that are around the F3, we put those in because we thought maybe some of you want to put something a little bit more permanent, meaning you want to have something that's with a hard case or a hard plastic, and you want it maybe to bolt it down to the shelf and have it there full time. So if you wanted to have something rigid and put it down this way, you could actually drill a hole at the bottom here. You've already got the holes here, and you could put some nuts and bolts and have that full time. I thought I'd start off by showing you the shelf once it's on the bike, so you can get a good idea of the installation and what we're going to have to do. So you can see here at the back, you can see right here where I'm pointing, you have here the sleeves that fit perfectly in those holes that are already on the backrest on this piece of metal. Now this is orange on my bike because I went ahead and got this painted when I got my bike repainted, but yours is going to be black, and it's textured black just like this one right over here. Now the bolts, the hardware that we're going to provide you with are Allen key number 5s, and you're going to have 4 bolts that will go right here. All right, for this project you're going to need a couple of things. You're going to need a ratchet. You're going to need with that a socket that has a 5mm Allen key bit. That's to put on the new hardware, the new bolts. But to take off the old ones, you're going to need, this is the old bolt here, you're going to need one of these babies, a torque 40 bit. You're going to need some Loctite. It's going to be very useful. If you want to go ahead and do it with the drill, you can screw most of it in, but at the end, the final touch, you want to do it by hand with the ratchet. There's a couple of ways that you can go ahead and install this, depending if you're 2 people or just by yourself. By making this shelf, I can tell you I've put it on and I've taken off more times than I can remember. And the best way I came up with was a way that if you're by yourself, you'll be able to get this done. So we're going to be working on the backrest installed on your F3 Can Am Spyder. So make sure that it's in place, and then we'll be ready to work on it. For the first part of this installation, we're going to go ahead and remove these 4 bolts here. Now what's going to happen is that this is going to stay on right here. This is going to stay on. This is going to stay on. And this part and the backrest, so you're going to have like 2 pieces that are going to come off. This might look complicated, but actually it's not. You got three things you need to hold together at the start. You have your shelf, you have the metal piece here, and you do have the backrest. But don't forget that on the shelf here, you already have the sleeve sticking out. So take the metal piece, slide it in there, and already that's going to hold in place. You can hold it with one hand. And we're going to go ahead and take the backrest, put it in front here with a free hand. Take the two small bolts, remember, small on top. Wiggle that around a little bit until you find the hole, and you can start threading that by hand. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. And you want to leave yourself about a 1/4 inch. You don't want to put the screws all the way in for now, right? We're going to need a little bit of slack to be able to fit these ones in. So as long as you got a couple of threads going, the whole thing is going to hold together. Now, this will allow us to fit, see this right here? This needs to go in here, all right? So we can start bringing it down. We'll need to wiggle it in place a little bit. One side at a time. So I've got this side, so I'll take the longer bolt here. And here we go. And just wiggle up and down, make sure I'm in the hole. And I can feel a couple of the threads going in already here. So that one's in. And I'm going to take the other bolt here on the other side and go ahead and do this one here. Everything's a little wobbly for now, but once you start the threads, you know it's all in there. You can actually let go of it. And this is where you get to choose if you're going to use the drill. So we're going to assume that I'm lazy today, and I'm going to go ahead and start doing this. Here we go. That one here, that one there. And like I said, I'd rather that towards the end you use a ratchet, switch it up here, and we're going to finish that off by hand just to make sure that you just put a little bit of pressure but not too much. Remember, I didn't put any Loctite this time because I take off this shelf very often. If you're going to take it off, don't go with a Loctite, but if you're not, it's going to be there full time, a little bit of Loctite before you put in the bolts. So that installation was fast, and that's what we want. We want fast, practical, and long-lasting accessories. And what I got here, I got a beautiful back sack. That's what goes on there. You can go with a back sack. You can go with the lunch box. As you can see in these pictures, I use bungee cords to tie them down to the top shelf. I want to say thank you. You guys have been very kind to CanAmSpyderAccessories.com. We have floorboards for the F3. We have passenger floorboards as well. We have the stainless steel bolts that hold down your GPS, your cell phone. We have a beautiful, sexy trailer hitch for the F3 series as well. So, once again, a big thank you. Hey guys, my name is Pierre, and you've been watching Can Am Spyder Accessories.com.